In the springtime when the water starts warming up, in fact, even when it's cold, that's the time to start thinking about square bill crankbaits. The square bill crankbaits has got a big wobble. This is a little Lucky Strike G5, and I think that G5 means get 5 because most of the tournaments nowadays, the limit's 5, even though state limits may be 6 or 10, but the limit in the tournament's 5. So this is a little G5, and one of the things about this crankbait, it's got a really wide wobble. When the water's cold, you want a crankbait that's got a wide wobble, not a tight wobble. The other thing you want to think about early in the year is the bass have not been seeing any crawfish for a long, long time because the crawfish hibernate in the wintertime. So once the water starts warming up and they begin to start seeing baits that are crawfish colored bait, this is kind of a Rayburn red type color, but it's got red or greens in it, the crawfish type colors, oranges, crawfish type colors. Those colors seem to produce better than any other color. One of the key things to remember when you're crankbait fishing is to stop and go a lot. Change speeds. Don't just throw it out there, wind it back in. You got to be changing speeds all the time. Crank it fast, crank it slow, stop, crank it, stop, crank it, and stop. Most crankbaits we have will either suspend, either stay right where they are, or they'll start backing back up. So anytime you stop, you're going to give an opportunity for a fish to be able to grab a hold of that bait. If you're just fishing where you don't have a lot of cover, not a lot of stuff to hang up, you can use a regular long bill crankbait. If you're fishing around a lot of cover, you want to use the square bill. This bait right here is kind of an in-betweener. It's not got a completely pointed bill, but it's not got a completely square bill. So this is a good bait to fish where you're going to be fishing a lot of open water, but still running into some brush. Springtime, crankbaits.